Alrighty, welcome into Norwood Country Club once again for Norwood High School golf action. This one against Dedham. And Jared Schnee is going to lead the charge here as he usually does for the Mustangs. And just a striper. Down the middle of the fairway. That's textbook, folks. That is how they draw it up. And Jared Schnee gets off to a fantastic start in the one spot. Joey Demaray once again getting the call to the first for the first group here for Norwood. Had a solid outing against Dover Sherborne yesterday. And Demaray, yes, it fades a little to the right, but it's gonna drop in the fairway there. So no harm, no foul for Joey Demaray. Ethan Barrows had 2 straight birdies in the 7th and 8th, going into the 9th hole last time out. So we'll see if he can continue that solid performance here. Again, it's noted that they don't always play the front 9 on match days. Some days they'll play the back, some days they'll play the front. It actually just depends on the availability of the course at the time. But the past 3 matches here, they have played the front, so teams can get a little familiar with the pins, familiar with the fairways they're working with. And now Barrows. And there's one that just, it's gonna carry a little left of the fairway, but I think he'll be okay over there. And now Aaron Sullivan, who was an alternate against Dover, gets the call back into the starting lineup here for the Mustangs. For those who saw the Mills broadcast, he really put on a show on the first tee box with this incredible drive. So we'll see if he can repeat that kind of success here on the opening tee box. And that one's gonna be okay. He landed in the right side of the rough here, but there's worse spots to be in, especially when it's an attackable pin here on this par 4-1. So 2 solid shots to start off the day for Norwood as they take on the Dedham Marauders here at Norwood Country Club. We'll be right back with the second group. Alrighty, back here for the second group here for Norwood. Again, a different format this year. They go off all together. That's going to be Kevin Sopel. That drive will do for him. I don't think he got all of it, but definitely most of it. He'll be in the fairway. That's where you want to be. Sean Dittmeyer now steps up to the tee box. As I was saying, it's the way it's going, and I believe this is a COVID policy. It's Norwood stays with Norwood and Dedham stays with Dedham. So a group of 4 for Norwood will go, and another group of 4 Norwood will go, and Dedham's 2 groups will tee off right after them. Dittmeyer now. First shot of the day. And that's a tough one. Not one you want to start on, but definitely something that you can bounce back from. Nick Spadorska now. Again, he had his first outing yesterday against the Raiders in Dover Sherborne. He has an injured hand. You can sort of see it on the brace on the right side there. So certainly is a guy about swinging it though, even with the injured hand wrist. And watch, he tees it up a little, aims a little to the left. And that's exactly well, maybe not exactly how he wants to play the shot, but it's a straight line to the left. Spadorka likes to play that little power fade with the driver, which if you know what you're doing with it, it's actually a very, very pretty, technically sound shot. Brian Connolly now. This is the same second group that went out last time. And Connolly with the high arching ball. Again, isn't going to reach the green, but that's not what you need. You just need to be in the fairway, give yourself a chance at a second shot. So Sean Dittmeyer now is going to take his provisional for 3. And that is a much better look for Dittmeyer. So he'll take that. Going down the first hole fairway. So Norwood is officially off and running. Again, they're coming off of 2 losses here. They got an opening match day victory against Millis, and they dropped 2 tough ones to Dover Sherborne. The one on Monday, the 5th, they only lost by 3 strokes. And Norwood was pretty much on their game for most of the time. But we will be back for the next 2 groups for Dedham. So back here at Norwood Country Club here, Dedham's first group just teed off. Who you saw there was Ben McNamara. Getting the day started here for the Marauders. And a great ball for him to start off his afternoon. Kevin Cronin will step up here for Dedham. So this is Dedham's first group. So again, it's Norwood, Dedham. And as you can sort of determine, it is the honor system when it comes to scoring with the new COVID golf. And there hasn't been any issues really. Well, with the honor system, everybody's, putting down accurate scores and making sure that, things go as smoothly and as competitively as possible. So, excuse me, Cronin won't be going. It's going to be Ty Rutherford, the left-hander, getting his first tee shot. And that's a nice, easy swing. And it certainly gets the job done. Goes right down the middle of the fairway. Wasn't trying to kill it. Which, hey, that's okay. I'll never forget a saying I remember in the early days of golf. Swing easy when it's breezy. It certainly is breezy out. Got a little breeze, 69 degrees outside on a beautiful Tuesday afternoon for golf. Can't really draw it up much better. Now Kevin Cronin's going to step up here, take his first shot. And there's a stinger. Goes down the middle. So, impressive start here for Dedham. Not a lot of balls that are being crushed, but that's certainly not a style of golf that needs to be played. As long as you can get it on target in the fairway, they will take that any day of the week.
That's okay.
He's going to be, gets the benefit of the doubt with the nets.
4 good balls in the fairway.
Yep. And that's really all you can ask for is if you hit a shot to the right like that, and you get the benefit of the doubt of the net, you get a good cart path bounce, and that ball's in play in the fairway. So, good shot there by Jack Barrett. And Dedham is on its way. So we'll round out the final first tee pairing for the Marauders, and we will head down the course as we usually do. You're watching Norwood versus Dedham golf coverage on Norwood Community Media. All right, our final group of the match belongs to Dedham here. So Steve Knight will tee off first for the second group. Second group consists of Steve Knight, Frankie DeSarios, Owen McNamara, and Haley Conrad. So they're waiting just a little bit for the first group to get on the green here, but while we have you, we'll go over some of the rule changes for a bit here. Obviously, when you have to be close together, you mask up, stay distant when you can, stuff like that. That's sort of one of many rules across all fall sports that have been implemented. And golf is the first to sort of implement these rules, as they're the first fall sport to get going. For Norwood, it's going to start October 10th, where the other sports are going to start kicking off. And it looks like Steve Knight here is going to start his round on the first tee box. So that one sailed a little bit right. As it looks like he is going to be taking a provisional. So Owen McNamara now will be taking a stab on the tee box here. That's a great little power fade there by McNamara. Again, you can sort of follow the path. It starts on the left side toward these trees, and it just fades right into the center of the fairway. Great shot there by McNamara to get on the board for Dedham. Now Frankie DeSarios will step up to the tee box here. Again, as we say, most broadcasts, they do play from the whites. There is a gold tee marking. That's all the way toward the back of the tee. But high school matches, they do play from the whites. So they get about a maybe 30, 40-yard jump right at the front third of the tee box, if you will. So DeSarios, left-hander here, takes a stint. And that one was a screamer. Went down the left-hand side, so we'll see where he ends up, but he looks to be okay there. And now Haley Conrad, final member of the Marauders, here to get her round started this match. That's a great little swing there by Conrad. It's a low-hanging ball, but that one's going to roll down the fairway nice for them. All right, so Dedham is off and running here. It is officially game on. So from here on out, everything counts, right? So we will check in with presumably Norwood's first group down on the later holes, and we will be right back.
Do you want to stay up to date with Norwood Community Media? Then subscribe to our weekly NCM newsletter. Every Friday, our promotions department publishes an online newsletter that highlights the work of NCM and the latest happenings. It includes the full episode of Norwood News, recent clips from NCM programs, behind-the-scenes photos, and so much more. NCM works hard to deliver a steady stream of Norwood content, and this newsletter is another way to stay connected to Norwood. To receive the newsletter, just visit www.norwoodcommunitymedia.org. Scroll to the bottom of the page, click the Sign Up for our newsletter button, and enter some basic information. You'll then be added to our newsletter mailing list. It's all here on Norwood Community Media, your home for all things Norwood.
So let's catch up with the first group here from Norwood, who you just saw tee off was Jared Shea. He ended up going right before that little hazard boundary. So now Ethan Barrows is going to take a stab at it as well. All right, it looks like Joey Demaray will get his first crack. That one ends up going a tad bit right. So all three will be walking up to their presumably third shots. Aaron Sullivan has a great second shot lie here. You can see it. Great look. Ball is right there. It's just about maybe 50 yards from the pin. It's good placement. It's good execution, and Norwood will look to try and bounce back here. Sullivan now. It's going to look to, let's get this right on. He's saying chill out, which I sort of agree with there. Got a tough run over that green, just slightly over. So now Ethan Barrows with his chip shot. And that one is going to stay on for him as he gets the roll. Now Jared Shea with his stab. Great little chip for Jared. And he will have that for par. Joey Demaray over there had to fight his way out of the bushes. Didn't quite get the line he wanted, so he's going to have to take another one to get on the green. Hopefully an up and down for bogey. Checking back in with our group at the top of the green here. Sullivan now is and you see at the corner of your screen a quick chip on there for Demaray, and he puts it real close. That is an excellent recovery shot by Joey Demaray to give himself a chance at what will probably be bogey. Joey did pick his ball up, so maybe it was a little worse than anticipated. But those holes happen in golf. Now Barrow's here with a makeable putt. And does that one drop for him? Yes, it does. Ethan Barrows showing his prowess on the greens. What a great putt there for Ethan. We'll see if Carriche can match that effort. Just trying to gauge the speed here. It's all about speed. These greens aren't that fast here in Norwood. So you really gotta just gauge the speed as best as you can. And that's a great little putt there for Carriche. There's something about just seeing a man stare down a cup and just drill it like that. That was nothing short of fantastic. And there Demaray goes. So maybe it was a marked ball that they were giving back to him there as he puts that one putt in. And now Aaron Sullivan, I believe, has this for par and drills it. What a great fourth green here for Norwood. I believe all of them one-putted once they were on the green. And so that is a performance you can take into the fifth hole for sure. So Sean Dittmeyer gives that one a ride. And a great little bounce there as it rolls just a bit off. Right on the first cut of the green there. But he will take that. That's a good look. What would presumably be his second shot. So the second group for here for Norwood is in a little bit more trouble as they are trying their best to work their way around these trees. As Spud, as they call him, Nick Spud, took that shot. I have no idea where it landed. I don't think he knew either. Excuse me, that may have been Brian Connolly. This is Spud over here. With a look at the green. It's a roller. It's screaming onto the green. And it's just gonna roll slightly off there. Could have been a lot more trouble than could have been a lot more trouble than it looked like, but I do end up being okay there. Now here's Connolly. Connolly with a good shot. Let's see if this one parks in the green. I did not see it come down, but we will find out if he is within green distance, and we'll be right back as they come down the fairway. All right, so we join Norwood back on the edge of the green here. So Kevin Sopel. It's gonna get a little chip on here. Again, putting it close. So Dittmeyer's going to go with putter here at the edge of the green. And that is a hammer of a shot. Put it relatively close, so I think he'll take that. As they're going to have to mark up here, so Dittmeyer and Spadorka can finish their shots. There's Nick Spadorka's third. Does it go in? No. Again, a lot of Norwood shots lately have been pretty close off the chip to the cup, so that is a testament to their short game. As Connolly now is going to line up his shot. Oh, it lipped out. It absolutely lipped out for him. That is some pretty unbelievable stuff. That is the unfortunate part of golf, as those shots sometimes are just killer. But you gotta shake it off and you gotta keep going. So Sopa will two-putt there to end the fourth hole for Norwood's second pairing. Or excuse me, Dittmeyer has one more putt left to go. So we'll get in nice and tight here for that final putt. And that one drops for Dittmeyer. And Spadorka now with what looks to be one more putt of his own. And Spadorka puts it in. So that will officially round out the fourth hole for the Mustangs' second group. And we will continue our fourth hole coverage as Dedham's first pairing is going to make their way up the fairway here. Back here for the first group for Dedham, as Ty Rutherford is going to take his second shot. Dedham had a little shaky start off the first tee, and they're looking to try and bounce back here on the fourth hole. So that one just sort of rolls to the left side. As it looks like maybe Steve Knight out there, or Owen McNamara. That shot sails toward the inside. I believe it bounced a little to the left of the green there, so we'll have to check on that ball. So as Dedham makes their way to their balls here, we're gonna looks like Coach Chuck Allen is gonna check in on Dedham here. Again, as we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, this is it's the job of the head coaches to walk around and make sure, you know, the play is being fair and just and everything's by the rules, right? So you are sort of relying on the honor system when it comes to scoring, but if a coach, you know, catches a kid trying to improve his lie, or, you know, doing any sort of thing that, you know, a lot of golfers will do. Back here on the 4th hole green for Dedham. As they had a couple shots to get on here, and now they're gonna look to try and round this hole out. There's a putt there by Jack Barrett. That one will fall for him. McNamara now gets a nice little chip on. Looks like there's a small dip relative to where the cup is here, so you got to be careful with your putts. As Barrett's going to give that one a go. That one sails a tad left. Yeah. What's up?
Keep up again, you're talking on this.
Yeah. No worries.
You talking now? Or should you shut it off?
No, you're good.
We're just trying to figure out the scores because I mean, there's a kid in the maroon. 1, 2, with 3 out. 4 on, 5 he just putted. This big there. 1, 2 in the water. 4 there, 5 on. He's putted 6.
So it looks like Rutherford over there. Got a left-hander. And that one will drop for Rutherford. So I believe to be that is a 6.
Did this kid have to drop a ball over there?
I'm not sure. I thought I saw them up on the back.
1, 2 in the shed. 4 on.
And that one's going to drop for McNamara. Looks like 2 more putts to go here. Barrett. That one just bounces right out from Barrett. That is a tough cup. Hit it just a little bit too hard. So he's going to wait for his teammates to finish out here, and Barrett will finish out the 4th hole. Again, the first group for Dedham. Up and down on the 4th. They will make their way to the 5th.
We have a responsibility as a community
to give all our youth the best opportunity to succeed.
To stop a problem before it starts.
To not stigmatize mental health and addiction.
We have a responsibility
to promote positive youth and adult relationships.
To engage youth in the community.
We have a responsibility
to maintain.
To encourage.
To take pride in the health of our youth.
We have a responsibility to give all our youth the best opportunity to succeed.
Together we can make an impact.
Learn how you can be involved at impactnorwood.org.
The Norwood Landfill is a composting and recycling facility that is open for the use of Norwood residents only. The facility is open every Saturday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. all year long. Composting of leaves, brush, and grass clippings are allowed, loose or in biodegradable leaf paper bags. Excess single-stream recycling items are also allowed to be disposed in the designated dumpsters. The Norwood Winter Street Compost and Recycling Facility is located at 370 Winter Street. For more information, contact the Norwood Department of Public Works or visit www.norwoodma.gov.
Back on the 7th hole green here, where Norwood's going to look to make some birdie putts here on this par 3. So Aaron Sullivan and Joey Demery had to chip on, so they are going to look to get up and down for par. Barrows and Shea are going to have a look for birdie. So Jared Shea here from the right side of the green for birdie. Not quite enough, but he did put it close, so he will likely take that one for par. Ethan Barrows here is going to have a look for birdie. As it looks like Jared Shea is going to wrap up his par putt, and he will take it. So Jared Shea in for par. We'll see what Ethan Barrows can do here. That is a line. Oof. That looked good off the hit. So Barrows will tap that in for par. So chance to go 4 for 4 for par here for Norwood. Demaray and Aaron Sullivan both getting up and down as Demaray just squeaks it left. So that's going to be a bogey for Demaray. And now Aaron Sullivan here. For par. Just tapped it right. 2 bogeys, 2 pars, and we are on to the 8th hole. So we are now on the 8th hole here for Norwood. It's getting a little windy, a little thunderstormy. So it's going to be Gapwick here for Barrows. It's a very short par 3 here on the 8th hole. It's essentially a chip shot. So you really gotta be accurate. Know how much speed you gotta get on the club. So here's Barrows. So he is on the right side of the cup there. So he'll have that look for birdie. Demaray now. That's a good look. Maybe that one's gonna drop for him. End up being on the left side of the green there. Wind's starting to pick up a little bit, a lot actually. So we'll see what the weather looks like coming down the 9th. Gotta have Shea here. Great shot for Shea. Oh, what a beauty of a shot. I don't know if you can tell how close that is to the pin when you zoom in, but just a fantastic line. He's going to have a great look for birdie from there. So Aaron Sullivan here on the back side of your screen is going to take from the other tee. Not a bad line from Sullivan as that one drops for her. So 3 on the green, 1 slightly off for Norwood. But that's a good result here on this 8th hole. And we will catch up with the second group for Norwood for their tee shots on the 8th. So we join the second group now for Norwood on the 8th hole. This is going to be Kevin Soppel. And just a great little drop for Soppel there. Toward the left side there. Really don't draw it up much better than that. Sean Dittmeyer now. That one's going to go a tad to the right as he ends up in the bushes on the right side there. Not in the bushes, but a little more toward them. He's going to have a chip on. He can get up and down from par for there. So Spororka now. Great looking shot from Spororka. That one's got a good line, and that one, ooh, mean spin. Got some backspin there, rolled a little out, but he will be on the green. Now it'll be Connolly for his 8th tee shot. He ended up a little more toward the cart path there. He's in play, so that's the part you could be thankful for. But Norwood second group off on the 8th tee, and we'll catch up with the first group coming in on the 9th.
Hey Norwood, Aubrey here, and excited to announce the launch of the Impaction podcast, inspiring meaningful prevention through action. I know that substance use prevention sounds kind of boring, but I actually find it really exciting. It gives me a chance to engage with the community to create a healthy environment for youth and adults alike. In this podcast, we'll be talking about things such as mental health promotion, anxiety reduction, and how to keep youth safe as they grow in our community. If you have any specific topics you would like Impact Norwood to cover in this podcast, please feel free to email Aubrey Ciol, ACIOL, at norwoodma.gov, or visit the Impact Norwood website. There's a space there to submit questions or requests for podcast topics. We look forward to hearing from you.
So we are back for our 9th hole coverage. Both Jared Shea and Ethan Barrows there are going to have an eagle chip. Barrows and Shea lining up their third shots. Again, the pin is relatively similar placement than it was yesterday. It's on the short side of the green. So you got a chance at it if you can just keep it nice and tight. Great little chip there for Shea. kept it short of the hole. That's what you want. So that's his look for birdie. And Barrows gets one that's gonna probably roll just a little bit off the green there, as he didn't get a lot of loft on it, so it rolled right up and over. Aaron Sullivan now. Tough out from the bunker, but she will have a putt there for bird. Demeray now with his chance at eagle. He was in near the woods on his second shot, so he did a great job of making sure that ball got there. As that one will be for birdie. So 3 on, 1 off. And Barrows here is going to look to put a birdie chip in. The goal is always to make it in, but if you can get it close, that's a very ideal objective. Gonna roll a little bit. So he's in good shape there for par. And everybody else in this first group will have birdie putts. So Aaron Sullivan's gonna take the first stab at it. Not quite for Sullivan. She will mark that. Jared Shea now for birdie. Not enough legs on that one. So he's going to finish that one up for his par. And that'll end the round for Jared Shea. Ethan Barrows there cannot get that one to fall for par. So that's in for bogey. Demeray now will finish up the first pairing here for Norwood. Oh, what a great putt for Demeray. Excuse me. Gives it the proper send-off. And that'll do it for Norwood's first group. Excuse me, Aaron Sullivan has one more putt. I apologize. And Aaron Sullivan puts that in for par. So, that will officially do it for the Mustangs in the first pairing. Back here for the second group finishing up on the 9th hole for Norwood. This is the group of Dittmeyer, Connolly, Spadorcha, and Stoppel. As Dittmeyer, just off the green here, is going to chip that up and on. And that one almost gets there. Not quite, but he's going to love that look. Connolly now from the just off the bunker. As that one came in a little hot, and that one's gonna roll a little off the green. Now Sopel, he looks like he's gonna have to chip out of the bunker here. And gets a good out, gets it on the green. And Spadorcha is going to just lightly chip that on. And we will round up with hopefully a few putts to end this day here for the Mustangs. So Connolly is going to elect a chip here. He got the bottom of it a little, but he will take that. As you see here, Kevin Sopel on the backside of the pin going for, I believe, a par putt, and he does sink that, catching the left side of the cup, and it just rolls in. Spodorcha now trying to put a bow on his round. Misses it just a tad bit outside. That one drops for Nick Spodorcha. Final one to finish up here will be Connolly. Oh, it does not go for him. And excuse me, looks like Dittmeyer is going to have one more putt before he finishes up. And that one drops for Dittmeyer. So a good end for the second pairing. Again, this is the same pairing as the one that went out the second time against Dover Sherborne. So building some chemistry, and that's going to do it for the Mustangs on today's round. So we'll catch Dedham's final two groups and tally up the scores. So we're going to join Dedham here's first group. Coming in on the 9th hole, Ty Rutherford gives this one a go, as he is going to fall just a little over the green there. As Cronin over on the far side will look to chip this on. As he's going to land a little short of the green into the bunker there, so he'll have to get a sand save out of that one. So Cronin again will take his bunker shot now. It's tough getting out of those bunkers for sure. So looks like Barrett's gonna have to take a drop here. Double watch because he tries to clip this one on. So tied Rutherford now will look to chip this one on. Good roll there for Ty. So everyone is on the green, looking to finish off their putts. That one sails just a bit wide. And just a bit outside for McNamara. Nice little tap, but not enough to make it to the pin. And Barrett wanted to walk that one in, but misses the cup a little bit right. Cronin here misses it a tad right. He will likely tap that one in, and that'll end his day. Rutherford now, just a nice and easy putt. The wind might be going right to left to him and gets that one to go. So a good putt there to end for Rutherford. And now Barrett will finish his up. And that'll do it for Dedham's first group. Or excuse me, McNamara has one more left to go. And McNamara finishes up that one. So while they tally the final scores here, we will catch up with Dedham's second group coming off the tee box. So we are wrapping up the final group here as Dedham comes in on the 9th hole. So Conrad and Vasarios here. We're going to look to make those uphill chips onto the green. Good chip there by Conrad. Gets it close. So now Knight here. It's going to look to chip that onto the green. McNamara already on. And a good chip for Knight. Oh, it just skates left of the pin there. Almost a chip in from about 10 to 15 feet out. So Conrad now. So it's going to look to line up her putt. So McNamara now, just off the edge of the green. It's gonna look to sink it. Doesn't quite get there. Now Conrad here. Gonna try and drop this one in. Gave it a good run, but that thing took a hard left turn. Broke right at the last second. So now Visarios. Conrad will try to finish up here. Good putt for Conrad to end it. And a putt there from McNamara. So Knight and Visarios will try to wrap it up here. Just a bit outside. And that's just going to tap in. So Visarios will wrap this up here for the Marauders and try and end their day. And that'll do it for Dedham. So Dedham's final two groups around the 9th hole. We'll catch up with Nick Spadorcia and Chuck Allen for their final thoughts.
Well, it's good. Like, a tough loss yesterday. Come back today and we shot 229. That's probably our lowest since I've been here. We had Jared Shea shooting 38, Joey Demaray shoot 41, Ethan 43. Aaron 40, Nick Spadorcia 37, Kevin Sopel 38, Sean Jenemeyer again 37, and Brian Connolly 39. So they responded well after a tough loss yesterday, and that score there would probably beat anybody. So hopefully we can keep that going, and then we play them again on Thursday. And now now we're back over 500 a little bit, 3-2. We'll be back here tomorrow in practice, and it was a great day for Norwood High School.
The wind was playing against us today, but we all got confidence because, we're all on each other's backs, making sure everyone's doing the right thing out there, and just making sure everyone's hitting the ball straight and long.
You had a couple tough losses, one here, one over at Sassaman. So what's it feel like to kind of just get a bounce back win here to start the week?
I wasn't playing at Sassaman, but getting back out here with the boys, it's felt good to get out here and just get the ball out here on the course.